Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Lorre Wilson, and together we're off on an exciting adventure to explore, connect, and shine a spotlight on our incredible tri-state communities in West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky in selling Appalachia. Alys, thank you so much for talking to me once again on American Dream TV. And listen, you're the First Lady of Marshall University, co-founder of the Wing to Wing Foundation, and founder of the Women's Warrior Summit, and you're in year 3. Is it everything you thought it would be?
It's even better.
Yeah.
I feel like this summit has been our very best. I can only hope to find something to follow this one, because I'm pretty proud of this one.
So tell us too a little bit about the speakers that we have today and the influence that they have on the Women's Warrior Summit.
Well, of course, we started with Jenny Blake, who is a career strategist, and she wrote a book called The Pivot, The Only Move That Matters Is Your Next One.
Right.
And then we also had Petra Kolber, who talked about wellness and mindset. We had Selena Sue, who talked about developing rich relationships that last. And then, of course, Lorre Garnett, who helps you define the career that you really deserve.
Where you should really be.
Exactly.
Right.
And as we speak, we have an AI panel of panelists representing 5 different industries to talk to us about how AI is affecting all of those industries, and then ultimately, you know, the end user. Things are going to change, and we don't have all the answers, but AI is going to be a significant tool for pivoting.
Absolutely, and I think that as women, you know, inherently, I think a lot of women learn to pivot naturally because you just don't have a choice because of the positions we hold as moms and wives, and even professionals. We still just kind of intuitively do that pivot, and we do without thinking, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, next year I'm sure it'll be fantastic, and I really look forward to coming back.
Well, we'll look forward to having you again.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Tell us a little bit about your purpose and coming here to Huntington and sharing everything.
Well, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for having me. And, you know, Alys's story is so inspiring, of her moving here, starting from scratch, basically. And she said, I didn't know which end was up. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who I was. I just had faith. And that kernel of faith that she had to then create this summit is how I'm here. So it's kind of this beautiful domino effect, I guess.
It is.
One person following their heart. And one of the messages from my talk is you actually can't solve a pivot up front. There's no answer. You're not going to know exactly what to do before you set out. That actually, it works the opposite way. The only thing you can do is set up little experiments and see what works. And
putting systems in place.
Yeah, and the metaphor I use is racehorses at the Kentucky Derby. You don't know who's going to win. Your job is just to line them all up at the starting gate, lift the gates, and say, go. And then your pilots, your small experiments, they take on a momentum of their own. So even this summit being in its 3rd year, it's getting momentum now. There's word on the street. There's people whose lives have been changed, so many women whose lives have been changed. And I love what Alys said, that if she had done this summit or something like it back in California, would have been a dime a dozen. There's so much opportunity like this in California.
Right.
But because of her location pivot with her husband and her needing to reinvent, by creating it here, it actually has
huge impact.
100 times more impact, 1,000 times more impact.
Yes.
That's really special because sometimes we don't know. I mean, one of the themes that I shared is that sometimes what feels like contraction, maybe she thought, I'm moving to a smaller area, maybe my life will get smaller, is actually expansion.
Yes.
And you don't always see it in the moment. But looking back, now she's part of so many boards. She's creating this summit. Me too. Even though my business kind of contracted financially, personally, I feel much more creative and aligned and free.
You're forced to do things
honest.
you maybe would not have done before.
Absolutely.
You know, thank you so much for being such a shining light and such an example for all the women here in our area, and even the young women. that are paying attention and reading your book and watching everything happen at the summit.
Oh, well, thank you. It's
Thank
an
you again.
honor and a joy to be here. It's my treat. So I'm the lucky one.
Thank you
Thank
again.
you. Thanks.
We're thrilled to bring you the very best of the Tri-State right here on the nationally acclaimed, Telly Award-winning, and Emmy-nominated American Dream TV. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It's not just about the homes that we live in, it's about the heart and soul of our communities. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time right here on the American Dream.